Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Rich off NQ, man, and we back at it again. Another video, man. Update on the journey, man. Update on the 100k journey, man. We passed the account. We passed the account this Friday. Last video I showed y'all that basically how the trade that I took to basically acquire 50% of the account. You know, about $1,400, $1,500. Because the goal is 3k. And on Friday, man, we was able to execute it, and it only took 3 minutes, man. It took 3 minutes. I did this shit while I was at work again. You know what I'm saying? Still at work, still working hard, able to trade on the clock, man. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna walk y'all through, show y'all some proof of how I actually took the trade, what led me to take the trade, what I was thinking throughout the day, and then also just a quick proof of the certificate and the email of me, you know, receiving and everything like that. And this is just going to be the, you know what I'm saying, the first step, the pinnacle. This is 50% of the of, you know, the goal that I said I wanted to do. I want to do 100k funded with my funded futures. And at this rate, well, we're at basically going, by the time the new week start for next week, we're going to be at the 15th of March, and it's about half of the month, so about 50% of the month, 50% of the goal done. So we're on a good pace right now. We're on a good pace, and shit, God willing, if everything work out, we might be able to, you know, get maybe 3 accounts passed in the month. But for right now, we're doing good. So let me just jump into this and show y'all how to do it. So what I got right now on the screen is a screenshot of my actual trading window and the execution right after they closed the position, and I was able to grab it, right? So matching that up into what we actually see. As you can see, I entered here, got out here, simple move, took a couple candles, and we were just gonna show y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how I actually was able to do that and walk that through, right? So going into Friday morning, I'm thinking, going into Friday morning, understanding that the previous day we had an opening range gap that was supposed to be a discount, right? So we had a discount opening range for Thursday's opening, but we didn't have any type of full engagement. We didn't have any type of engagement with that opening range at all, right? So let me just walk y'all through that. So coming into yesterday, right? This is yesterday, Thursday, 9 o'clock at the 9:30 opening. As you can see, price opened up. We had a discount type of scenario. So now we will potentially want to see price at least get to 50% of this range, and then from there do what it has to do, right? That's typically how we want to trade and how we you know, get our bread and butter. But coming into that, we didn't have that, right? Even though we had support, because as you can see, we had minus sell side here be taken out. We started to get the type of push up in the low set in our 950 macro window, but we had price fail to actually close above the candle that was high, the candle that was needed to support to go up, and price failed out. So it was a failed run of our actual 50% of our Thursday gap. So we kept that in mind going into Friday, right? So we had a failure for Thursday gap that still hasn't been, you know, conquered, and we should potentially look for that to basically be a draw on liquidity for Friday's opening range gap, right? So the type of scenario that will permit that is for Friday to basically open up and maybe take some lows, or open up and create another discount scenario to push up, or maybe a bearish scenario to take some lows and then push up, right? So going into Friday, we had price open up, and for the opening gap, we had to open up in the bearish premium scenario, right? So with a premium scenario, we want price to potentially go down and touch 50% of our Friday's gap, and then from there do what it needs to do, right? So as I'm looking and keeping all that in mind, I'm putting that all together, and I see that, okay, well, for my range of my opening range for my Friday's gap, I see that price will have to get to at least 24,589 area for me to potentially look for it, right? But as we see, price only came to the upper quadrant of that opening range gap, and with that upper quadrant being tapped, it also took out some lows that was prior, right? So let's dive into the 1 minute time frame to actually see, because this is the time frame that I actually executed off of. So coming into it after the 9:30 opening, at 9:35 we broke down. By 9:36 we had a low created, and we took some lows, right? So now after we taking some lows, the next thing I want to see, to probably see some truth in the change of order flow, change of market structure, is some bullish candles being printed into break structure. So at the time, this is the high and this is the other higher high. With this break here, just changed the structure, and now with this bullish candle pushing up, it broke this high here. So with that being seen, I understood that, okay, we might actually have that push up and support for that actual range, also getting very close into coming into our macro time, right? Push up, I seen it, I seen the opportunity at the candlestick, pulled back and pushed into it. I got into my intermarket, and then I targeted the 50% of the actual range, but it was only able to get to the low of the actual range, right? So now also putting into the fact that I'm also only trying to pass the simulator and evaluation of the account to get funded again. I'm only needing $1,500 in monetary profit. So that's what I honestly drew up on the board. One contract, and wherever the $1,500 monetary gain came into play in the range of the the Thursday gap, of which I was targeting, is where I would get out. And it honestly was right above this low, right around the 24,800 range, which I actually end up getting out at 24,798. Okay. So as y'all seen in that other one, and just to run it real quick, just so y'all can see and have a real feel of how it actually ran. Simply put, I got in at 936. I got in at 943, and I was out by 946. So as you can see, it's 942. Candlestick here. We're at 726. I got in at 728. I'm just gonna put a buy stop here just for the hell of it, just so we can get a feeling and so you guys can see how it actually was able to work. Okay, so we want to put it at 728, and then we want to get our sell limit right at what we got out there. We can put a sell limit. Right, so just for the hell of it, let it play out. As you can see, price created for value gap. It dipped in. Once it dipped in, that was my confirmation to push up, and I just needed that quick run, right? And as you can see, it only took 3 to 4 candles, 3 minutes, got out of there. Okay, and that's how I was able to get my $1,500 profit to now pass the account, right? Simply put, 1, 2, 3, that's it. Nothing else, nothing more. Even with the continuation of the move, not fulfilling the overall the gap, or even getting to 50%, just kind of teasing it and then falling lower. Yes, as you can see, obviously, well, hey, it was a bigger move, hey, to go lower. Yes, it is. But for the target and for the goal that I actually had, I only needed what I got. $1,500 within 3 minutes is amazing, and take me somewhere else that you can actually do that and have a problem with it. Obviously, this would have created more profit, obviously, because it seemed like the more draw and move of the day. But being able to catch that quick pop and achieve the goal of getting funded and passing the account, and actually being able to see the hindsight of what came after and potential of move after, just gives me more insight and help to go on, right? But overall, mission accomplished, right? First half of the goal done, 50K funded. Back at it again, man. 100K on the way, and we're gonna start this over. We're just gonna do it next week again, right? So going into the the actual proof and everything of passing the account, stuff like that, this is gonna be my certificate. As y'all see, it's March 14th, 7:37. This is March 13th. We banged it out, got it done. Click this back down. I go to my thing. As you can see, congratulations on passing. And we did that, man. Like, it's just the first half of it. Like I said, it's just the beginning. March is going to be our foundational run, and I just wanted to walk y'all through and give y'all an update on what your boy is doing. And like I said, there's going to be more content coming. There's going to be a lot more things going. We just getting started. I'm happy that y'all with me on this foundational run as I'm setting my foundation to actually change my life, like I said in my very first video. And let's do it, man. Let's just keep going. So market opens up, y'all know, tomorrow at 5. We back at it again with another funded account on Monday to start part 2 of this journey. And next time I check back in, we'll be explaining another trade of how I actually was able to make bread. And April is looking like a great month. April is looking like a great month, and anything after that, with continued structure and continued due diligence, we're gonna be good, man. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, to the channel, like the video, comment if you got any type of questions, any type of suggestions. And don't forget to follow me on IG at RichOffNQ Trade, man. It's your boy, Rich Off NQ, back at it again in another video, man. I'll catch y'all.